Hello everyone, this is Lucas. I hope you all are doing good. I know that being in quarantine can be really boring, but I hope that you all are finding things to do to keep you entertained and happy. Okay, so today I thought that I would do a little presentation and talk about what Easter is like in America and how we celebrate Easter. So, first, I'm going to talk about some Easter traditions. All right, so some Easter traditions that we have in America are opening your Easter basket, painting Easter eggs, and Easter egg hunting. All right, so first let's talk about your Easter basket. So this here is called a basket. These things right here. So during Easter, your parents, as a present, as a gift to you, will fill your Easter basket with little plastic eggs, with candies, with other things like this. So, they're usually filled with chocolates, candies, and other sweets. So, inside of these plastic eggs, you can open them, and there will be chocolate candies or other kinds of sweets. And in my family, my parents will usually include something small that we want. So, for example, a book or a movie or something else that can fit inside this basket that is something that you want or something that you need. So, this is Easter baskets, and they're a very common tradition to have in between with your family. Okay, so next we have painting and dyeing Easter eggs. So this is another American tradition that we have during Easter time. You can see here that eggs can be a very basic design or that they can be very creative. In this picture, they painted their egg just to be a normal color, just blue, orange, green, purple. But in these pictures, you can see that they painted their eggs to have a creative design and look really cool. So, in my family, when I was a kid, I used to paint Easter eggs with my parents, but I never really liked it that much. My little sister, though, she always loved painting Easter eggs, so it is still a tradition. Her and my dad, every year, they paint Easter eggs together, so that's pretty nice. Okay, the last tradition that we're going to talk about is probably the most fun one. Okay, so Easter egg hunts. So during Easter egg hunts, your parents will place plastic Easter eggs and they will hide them. They're hidden in your garden or in your house. So this word hidden is escondido. So these plastic Easter eggs will be hidden in your garden or your house. And all the kids will try to find and collect as many eggs as possible. So here in these pictures, you can see these eggs aren't really hidden, but the children are finding and collecting them in their Easter baskets right here. And in this picture, you can see that the eggs are a little more hidden. So they are looking for the eggs in the trees, in the bushes over here, because they're hidden over there. Okay, and the eggs are filled with candy, chocolate, and sometimes people will put money in the eggs. So you want to get as many eggs as possible so that you have a lot of candy, so that you have a lot of chocolate, or if you get lucky, you could get a lot of money. So this was always my favorite Easter tradition when I was a kid. Um, I think you can go and do Easter egg hunts until you're about 12 or 13 years old. So when I was young, when I was 12 and younger, this was always my favorite Easter tradition to do. So we're going to watch a little video about an Easter egg hunt. So here you can see all the Easter eggs in this park. And they're also over here as well. And the kids are running around and collecting all the eggs that they can find.
kids. These kids are just running like crazy. I love it. I love it. All these kids. Here's your bucket, Stud. I'll hold your bucket for you, Kay. Hazy, did you get some eggs?
Hey, there's more.
Yes.
Here, I'll hold the bucket.
Good job, Rex. You can pick up faster if Mana helps you.
Faster.
Kids are loving it. Look at Kruby just running. Kids just running everywhere. I want to see you, baby girl. You going for an egg? Well, that took about 30 seconds. All of that. And all the eggs are gone. The kids are just huddled around. Oh, I found Ryler. I've been looking for it. Right, guy. What kind of haul did you get? Whoa, look at...
Okay, so here you can see that these are all the eggs that he got. So he's opening up the eggs, and on the inside was this candy. So he's going to open up the rest of his eggs and fill his basket with the candy that he got from the Easter egg hunt. Okay, so next I'm going to talk a little bit about the foods that we eat during Easter time. So Easter is mainly known for having lots of candy and lots of sweets and chocolate and things like that. So first we have chocolate eggs. So these are small little egg-shaped chocolates that are really common and really popular during Easter time. Next, I'll talk about Peeps. So these are Peeps. They are marshmallow chicks. So the word chicks means baby chickens, basically. So you can see that these marshmallows are in the shape of a little baby chicken. And they're called Peeps because that is the noise that baby chickens make. Peep, peep, peep. So these marshmallows are covered in sugar as well. So they're very, very sweet. Personally, I don't really like Peeps very much. I never eat Peeps. But they're a very, very popular, very common food and candy for Easter time. And you can only find them during Easter. So yeah. Next, we have a chocolate bunny. So a bunny is another word for rabbit. Chocolate rabbit, a chocolate bunny. So these chocolate bunnies are very, very big. I would say they are about 25 centimeters tall. So it's a big piece of chocolate. And usually you can't eat all of it at once. So when I would get a chocolate bunny, a chocolate rabbit for Easter, on Easter I would usually only eat the ears. And then for the next couple weeks I would just take a bite every day until finally I had eaten all of the chocolate rabbit, the chocolate bunny. So these are also very, very common. I think everybody always gets a chocolate bunny during Easter time in America. Okay, next we have Starburst jelly beans. So these are jelly beans. And I know that you have a candy like this here in Spain. And during Easter time in America, these are really popular. They're special because they're from this brand of candies, Starburst. So Starburst only makes these jelly beans during Easter time, and they're really, really good. They're probably my favorite Easter candy out of all of the candies. And lastly, we have Reese's Easter eggs. So Reese's is a very popular type of candy, chocolate, that we have in America. So Reese's is peanut butter that is covered in chocolate. So peanut butter is crema de cacahuate, and it is covered in chocolate. In America, we love peanut butter. So this is a really, really popular candy and personally I like it a lot. Okay, so next we'll talk about some foods that we have for dinner during Easter. So first we will have a honey baked ham. So this is what a typical ham will look like in America. So the ham that we have in America and the ham that you eat here in Spain is a little different. But I also like this kind of ham. I think it's really good. And we also have mashed potatoes and green beans. So these are the typical foods that we will have for dinner. And if you remember, they are basically the same foods that we had for dinner during Christmas. During Christmas, we also eat ham, mashed potatoes, and green beans. So for me, the more special thing, the cooler thing that we eat during Easter time is all these Easter candies. So I prefer the Easter candies over the Easter dinner that we have. Okay, so that is the end of my presentation about Easter in America. So it's a little different than how we celebrate Easter here in Spain. We don't have the processions, and we only celebrate for one day instead of celebrating the whole week of Semana Santa. So that is the end of my presentation. I hope you all have a very happy Easter. Please be safe, and I hope to see you all in class very soon. All right, goodbye.